Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so we're still out here in Necropolis. This video we're going to be doing Tomb of the Sanguine Heart. This will be our second part of this chain here, so we're just going to jump in and get right into it. Okay. Alright. So unlike the other one where we had to search down and track down some runes, this one we got to search down and track out some specific zombies. They are the Vessels of Fate. The easy way to notice them is they take the model of a halfling. So you're just looking for smaller zombies. Most of them are wandering around. So that's another easier indicator, is they're already up and walking, rather than most zombies which are lying on the ground before you even approach. Alright. So another thing with this quest here is there are a lot of traps, especially around these.
Mic off. Mic on.
So sorry about that, guys. I just had to sneeze. So with this here, as I said, there are a lot of traps. A lot of times they're around these corners, so just be careful. As well as at this door here. So there's, oh, that's a Plague Reaper. There's usually one of them in these types of rooms here, so I'm just gonna. Alright. As well, in these side rooms, as you can see, this one has a chest. Now, if you don't actually have a trapper, you can still get this chest, which I'll show you how there in just a moment. Alright here. So if you see where these traps are pointed, yeah, so okay, first off I'm going to start by explaining. So we went off to the right. If we had gone off to the left, there's an identical room like this, which at the back has again a room, which will also have a chest. Now that chest is actually not trapped. The way to tell which one is trapped, it will be always the chest that is in the so when you enter the room on the left hand side, it'll be the chest in the back left hand side rather than the front left hand side. And if you're standing actually in this back corner, you can open up the box. The traps will go off, but in this back corner you are safe from getting hit there. And then you would just need to jump over and get out as quickly as possible to avoid getting hit by that trap. Alright. Alright, so there's one of those Vessels of Fate. So as you can see, they just kind of wander around, and they are a smaller a much smaller zombie than the rest of them. So that is an easy way to point them out. And as you see, there are a total of 3 of them that we have to find. Again, they're just wandering in the dungeon somewhere, so I can't really give you a specific location. So again, just be careful around these corners as they can be trapped. Alright, so there's the one that's inside one of these rooms. Alright, and again, this is that other room here that has the chest. Both sides do have a named enemy, so it is good to come in here if nothing else, even if you're ignoring the loot, just to get those. So this is the one that is not trapped. As you see, it is now in the front left corner. So we'll be able to get this chest here. Alright, so yeah, most of these quests, they're not overly difficult for their level. The hard part is the traps that they do have inside. So a lot of times what parties will do is they will just split up. So if you do feel confident in your ability to solo, and solo against undead, so most of these, well, the zombies anyway, they're resistant to all but slash, but the ghouls and such, they are, you know, anything will hit them. But if you're confident in your ability to solo, I definitely recommend doing so. It does make these quests seem a lot less drawn out, as you are essentially just searching to find specific enemies in order to, you know, open up our path to the end fight. Once again, just like the last one, the end boss, actually the end boss in all 4 of these parts is a mummy, and that's not just inclusive to Necropolis 1, that is also with 2 and 3 as well. All the end bosses there are mummies of variant degrees. Except for the ones in the crypts. Now the ones in the crypts, those are a different enemy altogether for the end boss. Alright, here's our last vassal. Alright, so this one's almost always up. There have only been a few times where I haven't seen it up, and it is just actually protecting a shrine here. So just keep that in mind if you're coming through, that the shrine itself is trapped. Alright, so we've gone through most of this dungeon now. We do still have, I believe I never opened up this door here. No, I got that one. Alright, so we just got a little section over here yet to cover. Alright, so as you can see, a fairly simple, fairly straightforward dungeon. And not even all that large. Again, this one is a little less difficult than the last one where we had to search down those runes, as these ones are a lot easier to see. But again, these ones can move, so can be a little bit difficult tracking them down all the time. As you may search a section, moments later he might walk through there, while you're on to the next section, and that's another reason why people split up in this one particularly. Um, One, the enemies are slower, so if you do get overwhelmed, it's not too hard to just back up and run away. And two, the guy that we're searching for does walk around and move. Alright, just like the last one, fire really damages those mummies. Alright. Okay, and if you didn't watch the last one, I was mentioning at the end of each of these quests, there is a scarab that you can obtain. So here's our scarab there. We're going to grab that. And once you obtain all 5 from an area, I'm just going to recall, that way we're done here in this video, but if once you obtain all 5 of the scarabs, you can actually convert them down into a dust using the stone of change in the marketplace, and which you can then turn around and exchange in the necropolis here for a variant list of named items. So I will, once we completed all 5 of these quests here, we'll head down there and do that. That way you guys can see what type of loot you can get. And I do believe I have enough for all 3 sets. So this one for Necro 2 and Necro 3. What I'll do is I'll just create one of each and go over those. That way you guys can see all the rewards for each of these chains in that one video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one all.